Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to continue doing Algebra 2 Regent for June 2019. We are doing part 2. So, the table below shows the number of the hours of the daylight on the first day of each month in Rochester, New York. Here are the months, here are the hours of the daylight. Given the data, what is the average rate of a change in the hours of the daylight per month for January 1st to April 1st? So now he's asking about the rate of a change. The rate of change. So I have to find the rate of change. Now, what is the difference here? 10.6 minus 9.4 giving me 1.2. Now, from February to March is 11.9 minus 10.6 equal to 1.3. Now, from March to April, 13.9 minus 11.9 equal to 2. The average, I have to add them. I divide by 3 because those are 3 rates. It's giving me 4.5 divided by 3, giving me 1.5 hours. So the rate of change is 1.5 hours. Interpret what does it mean. So the average rate of change from January 1st to March 1st to April 1st is 1.5 hours per month. So every month it's changing by 1.5 hour, increasing by 1.5 hour. Okay, solve algebraically this one. So the first step, I'm going to multiply the whole equation by the least common denominator, which is 4x plus 1. Now, when I divide here, I'm going to have 2x plus 1. I'm distributing inside plus 1 multiplying by 7 minus 2 times 4x, okay, equal to x times x plus 1. Now I'm going to FOIL. That's 14x plus 14 minus 8x equal to x squared plus x. Now that's 6x plus 14 equal to x squared plus x minus 6x minus 14 minus 6x minus 14. I'm getting the final equation x equal to minus 5x minus 14. X square minus 5x minus 14 equal to 0. So the 14 is 7 times 2. 7 is going to take the negative because negative 5. And here is x equal to 0. So x equal to negative 2 and x equal to 7. Okay, and you can check your answer. For 2, negative 2 and 7. Negative 2 and 7. Okay, now I'm going to check for 2. So 7 over negative 4 minus 2 divided by negative 2 plus 1 equal to negative 7 over 4 minus 2 divided by negative 1. So negative 7 over 4 plus 2, which is negative 7 over 4 plus 8 over 4 equal to 1 over 4. So it's working for negative 2. Now I'm checking for 7. 7 divided by 14 minus 2 divided by 8 equal to, now the least common denominator between both of them is going to be 32. I multiply him by 3, so 21 minus, I multiply it by 4, so 8, 32 for 8, giving me, I think I did a mistake, okay, wait. So 7 over 14, which is half. Okay, so now I have half minus 2 over 8, which is half, minus 1 over 4, so which is 2 over 4 minus 1 over 4 equal to 1 over 4, and it's correct. So the answer is negative 2 and 7. Okay. Graph log 2 x plus 7. So log 2 x plus 6. Now I'm going to make a table. Here is the x value, here is the y value. When x is negative 6, it's giving me error because it's going to be undefined. Okay, that's the asymptote. Now, when it's negative 4, it's 1. When it's negative 2, negative 2 it's 4, so it's 2. When x is 2, it's going to be 3. Okay, and I go on the axis there. So at here's negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. So here's my asymptote. So I cannot touch that one. Now, when it was negative 4, it was when it was negative 4, it was 1. So here, when it was negative 2, it was 2. And when it was 2, it was 3. And it's going to be like that way. Sorry, it should come through this point, but I did a mistake. So okay, here it is. And that's the asymptote. Question number 28. So given tan theta, so here is theta. Tan means tan is opposite over adjacent. So the opposite is 7, the adjacent 24. Using Pythagorean theorem, 24 square plus 7 square equal to the c square. 24 square is 576 plus 49, giving me 625. So the square root for 625 is 25. So that part is 25. Now I know the triangle. Here is theta, that's 25, 24, and that's 7. You're asking about the cosine. Cosine is adjacent, which is 24 over 25. But in the third quadrant, so all students take calculus. So only the tan is positive here, so that's going to be negative 24 over 25. Question number 29. Now, the first step, that's multiplication, I'm going to write in the rational form. So it's x 2 over 7 times x 2 power 3 over 5. Now I have to add the exponent. So the common denominator is 35. That's going to be 10. That's going to be 21. So it's 31 over 35x. So when I'm going to write, it's x to the power 31, and that's 35. It's not equal, so she is incorrect. Question number 30. You want to write the standard form. So if this is the quotient, so x minus 1 multiplying by the quotient is going to give me the original function. Okay, so I have to multiply by x plus 1. So when I'm going to do that, I'm going to have x cubed minus x squared plus 7x minus 7 plus 5. Now I'm going to start to try to simplify x cubed minus x squared plus 7x minus 2. Okay, I wanted to be sure, so I can use the synthetic division to be sure that I did the correct steps. Here it is. So 1, -1, -7, -2. And here is 1. So 1 goes down. That's going to give me 1. It's going to be 0, 0. I think this is +7, +7. Okay, giving me a +7, and here's 7 giving me 5. I think I'm going to redo it again. So x squared plus 7 plus 5 over, that's all multiplied by x minus 1. So I get x cubed minus x squared plus 7x minus 7 plus 5. So it was plus 7x, okay. Question number 31. Now, this function, if you can observe it as 1 times 1.5. So it follow an equal to a1 times r to power n minus 1. So this is the geometric one, but to write it in a recursive, so a1 is 6 and an is 1.5, which is the rate, times an minus 1, the prior one. Question number 32. Now, in question number 32, so you flip the coin 100 times, it lands up 43 times, and she wants if the coin is unfair. She runs a computer simulation, it gives her this evaluation, and now it's strong evidence that it's unfair or what. So first I have to locate the 43 times. So the mean is 43 times out of 100. The mean is 499, and plus 2 standard deviation and minus 2 standard deviation to cover the 95% to see how it's going on. So 0.049 times 2, 18. I have 1, here is 909. So I'm going to add 1 time this value, and I'm going to subtract it. If I subtract it, it's going to give me 0.401. If I added it, 795. So that's covering the 95% because I added 2 standard deviation, I subtract 2 standard deviation. Now the 0.43 in between that range. So that's going to be, it's going to be unfair because the simulation showed you that 0.43 located between 0.401 and 0.579 means in the 95%. And that's the end for part 2. Should you understood? Assalamu alaikum.